Hello, everyone, and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're welcoming Ellie Laks. She is the founder of the Gentle Barn here outside Los Angeles, and we would like to welcome her to the show. Thank you so much, Ellie, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Great. We want to hear all about the Gentle Barn, the mission behind it, and how you provide a safe haven and a sanctuary for animals that otherwise would not be able to find homes. So we'd like you to tell us a little bit more about the work you're doing.
Sure. The Gentle Barn is a national organization located in Santa Clarita, California, Nashville, Tennessee, and St. Louis, Missouri. We have approximately 200 animals. We're home to horses, cows, pigs, sheep, goats, chickens, turkeys, peacocks, llamas, an emu, pigeons, a parrot, and dogs. And what we specialize in rescuing animals that have nowhere else to go, animals that are too old, too sick, too lame, or too scared to be adoptable by anybody else. We bring them in, we rehabilitate them with vet care and a whole slew of alternative methods like acupuncture and massage therapy, music therapy, energy healing, nutritional supplements, and of course, love. Once they're healed, we have an adoption program all over the country and into Canada where we find homes for them when appropriate. And when they need ongoing care for the rest of their lives and they're not adoptable, we give them sanctuary with us for the rest of their lives. And then we partner with them to heal people with the same stories of abuse and neglect and connect people to the love and magic of animals.
Wonderful. Now, you're making a difference not only for the animals, but you're also educating all of us and giving us a lot of information about caring for these animals and kind of giving back to the community here.
Yes, animals are so much more than meets the eye. Their intelligence, their affection, the way they use their body language, their sounds that they use to communicate, their social structures, their family structures. At the Gentle Barn, we allow animals to live the way that they were intended to do so, and then share with people the brilliance of their inner workings.
So tell us about some of the programs that you have. I know that you offer quite a few programs at the Gentle Barn, and visitors can experience quite a bit when they come to see you. So let's start with some of the programs that you offer.
So at the Gentle Barn, we are open to the public every Sunday from 10 to 2, where visitors can come in and hug the cows, cuddle the turkeys, give the pigs tummy rubs, feed carrots to the horses, and hear their incredible stories of resilience. We're also open to private tours, school field trips, and birthday parties during the week to do the same, but kind of have the place more privately. Okay. And we host cow hug therapy sessions for anyone that is suffering from anxiety, depression, isolation, or anyone that needs a really, really good hug.
I'm very intrigued by that. Tell us about how that came about and how that works, and how you can go about being a part of that.
So 23 years ago, when I founded the Gentle Barn and I rescued my very first cow, her name was Buddha. And actually I write about her and her story throughout my entire book that I wrote called My Gentle Barn.
Okay.
But when I met her, she would lay down in the evenings, and at the end of long days, I would go out to the barnyard and I would find myself sitting down next to her and leaning my back against her, and she would wrap her neck around me and hold me. Wow. And sometimes I would cry into her shoulders. Other times she would lick me and I would giggle. Other times I would just close my eyes and kind of meditate along with her in that embrace. And it washed away all the stress, all the fear, and all the worry. It helped me get grounded and centered. And it gave me more hope to keep going forward. And so I knew right then and there that everyone in the world needs a cow hug. So we've been hosting cow hug therapy sessions for people in real crisis, from real trauma over the last 23 years. But over the last 2 years, we've been hosting people that have been affected by the pandemic coming to get cow hug therapy and just wash away the past and give more hope for the future.
So have you seen more people come through the Gentle Barn now in the past 2 years since COVID began? And have you been open since COVID?
So prior to COVID, we were booked. We had hundreds of people coming to visit on Sundays. Okay. We were very well visited. But then when COVID hit, we had to shut down.
Oh, okay.
And so we actually were shut down for 1.5 years. And when we reopened,
Mhm.
we are now slammed with visitors because people really missed us. I think people really missed us, and they want good outdoor activities that they can do now where they can feel safe, but they can also feel joy. And the Gentle Barn is all of those things.
So in some of the programs that you offered, you also offer like private tours, field trips for children, that kind of thing?
Yes. So during the week, we offer private tours, school field trips, and birthday parties and cow hug therapy sessions.
Nice. And could you give an idea of some of the ticket prices or what it entails as far as admission, parking, that kind of information for the Gentle Barn?
Sure. So when we're open to the public on Sundays, we ask a $20 per person donation.
Okay.
And those funds really help us support the animals, care for the animals, and give us the confidence to rescue more animals when we get the calls for animals that have nowhere else to go. For people that can't afford it, we never turn anybody away, of course. We want people to come in and meet these animals.
Right.
And then during the week, the private tours, the field trips, the birthday parties, I think the field trips are like, I don't know, also $20 per person.
Okay.
Cow hug therapy sessions are $200 per person. But you can find all of that information on our website, gentlebarn.org.
Right. And as far as the animal therapy, are those all private sessions, or is that also open to the public too, or how does that work?
Yeah, so the cow hug therapy sessions and the animal therapy sessions, those are private.
Those are private. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And do you accept animals that may have nowhere to go? How is that brought to you? Do people call you and say, I found an animal, or I have an animal I can no longer take care of? How do you accept animals at the Gentle Barn?
Yeah, so the selection process is one of the most difficult parts of this work, because obviously we never want to say no, but we can't say yes to everyone because we don't have enough room. And so basically our niche is that we only take in animals that have nowhere else to go. So when people call and say, I can't keep my beautiful dog, or I can no longer ride my horse, we refer them out to adoption agencies so those animals can be rehomed. Okay. But the animals that cannot be rehomed because they're physically or emotionally damaged, those animals we make room for.
So you take care of. Now, do you rely a lot on donations?
Yes, everything that we do is because of the generosity of the community keeping us strong so that we can say yes to these rescues. If we don't have money to pay for the hay and feed, we don't have money to pay for the vet care, we have no business taking in an animal that needs all of those things. Correct. And so it's the generosity of contributions from people like you that keep us supported so that we can keep saying yes to these animals and saving their lives.
And what made you start the Gentle Barn? What came about that said to you, I need to do this in my life?
The Gentle Barn was actually a dream of mine since I was 7 years old. Okay. I was born absolutely obsessed with animals. They saved me, they healed me, they played with me. They were everything to me when I was a child. And by 7 years old, I would tell everyone that would listen, I would say, when I grow up, I'm going to have a big place full of animals and I'm going to show the world how beautiful they are.
Good for you. Good for you. So actually, the Gentle Barn is a place for everybody, all ages, all age groups. Everybody can come and experience this. And I think for you, you mentioned earlier that this is a dream that you had, and now you have 3 locations across the country, not only here outside Los Angeles, but also in Nashville and St. Louis. And are the other locations similar to the one here as well?
Yeah, the actual properties look different. So here in Santa Clarita, we're in a desert, and so we're on sand, but we have beautiful green trees. Nashville location is 40 acres and absolutely lush and green and gorgeous. And the St. Louis location is 29 acres, and half of it is woods and half of it is pastures. So the properties themselves are different and unique and beautiful to themselves. But the kinds of animals are typical, and the programs that we offer are the same. Very good.
I'd like to know a little bit about how you take care of everybody. Do you rely a lot on volunteers? Paid people that are on your payroll at Gentle Barn, or how do you take care of everybody?
Taking care of 200 animals is a very big job, very big job. So we have staff and we have volunteers, and they do different jobs. The So because animals need physical care, but they also need emotional care. And so
Sure.
the staff does the physical care, and they
Okay.
come out and they feed all the animals and they water them and they groom them and they keep them clean. And the volunteers come in and they give the emotional support. They hug them, they pet them, they hold them. When we rescue orphan animals, they sleep with them, they sing to them, they read out loud to them. And with the combination of a very small staff that gives the physical care and a lot of volunteers that give a lot of emotional care, the animals end up healing, recovering, forgiving, learning to trust, and able to thrive.
Great. I'd like you to share the website and all the contact information for people who would love to come out and experience this for themselves. If you could give us that information, we'd be happy to have everybody know a little bit more about all that the Gentle Barn offers.
Yeah, so people can find the Gentle Barn at gentlebarn.org, and you can press visit and see all the different programs and ways you can come visit. You can also click on animals and see a picture and a bio of all the animals that we have at the Santa Cruz location.
Okay.
You can read their stories, and you can also sponsor them for a nominal donation each month and have an intimate experience with those animals.
Okay.
You can also follow the Gentle Barn on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Very good. And for more information on ticket prices and availability to come out and visit, that's also included on the website.
Yes, gentlebarn.org. And my book, My Gentle Barn, is available anywhere books are sold. And people can get a signed copy on our website, gentlebarn.org.
Very good. Thank you so very much, Ellie Laks, the founder of the Gentle Barn. We wish you the very best success in the future. And thank you so much for taking care of so many of these animals. It's a very much needed thing, and we really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you. It's an honor to do it. I just consider myself very, very lucky.
Very good. And thank all of you for joining us today on the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.